What's up, guys? Neg City here, and today I'm with Andrew Chella, my boy, and we're gonna go through this Invoked deck. This is what he's been testing, and there's a lot of cool things about this deck that he's gonna run down
Yeah,
with.
so it's post Banlist, January
Yeah.
2020, meant for the new format. Formatted mostly for spirals. That's the only deck I'm kind of afraid of. So let's just go into the list and I'll explain why.
Okay, so three Alistair,
Standard.
the Mech Knight package, three purple, two blue, one indigo.
It's actually smaller than normal. A lot of people play.
Yeah, they play the extra one, the yellow, the red.
But that's only good if you've searched it, because then you can resolve it that way. But anytime you open that, it's just so neg. It's pretty much like a vanilla that just summons itself.
I've seen so many people play those cards.
Yeah, and you can. But I added the.
I never thought they were good. They were just more bricks.
Exactly.
Yeah. Interesting card right after.
The Gizmek. Okay, so the Gizmek has insane synergy in the deck.
Gizmek's
No
a standalone is a crazy card.
Oh, I know, I love it. It's
so good.
It's the secret sauce, you know what I mean? If you notice a little further down, I play Shaddoll Fusion in the deck.
Yeah.
Now, with Winda, you can send any Dark Monster from the deck. Beast and Dragon, which are the next two cards. It's a draw one or a pop one, which is cool against pretty much any deck. It's versatility. And Fusion also sends Alistair to the graveyard. And since it's a proper Fusion summon,
that's cool.
it procs the Alistair link. So, there's a whole bunch of, you can get the whole Alistair combo without actually seeing Alistair or Meltdown, just because
you can get it to grave. Yeah. It's like almost like another starter card.
Yep, and if you already have all that, you just send the Gizmek and draw a card.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's insane.
And then the Shaddolls, Beast, and Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever think about playing just one or maybe play one more?
I thought about possibly playing a Squamata, but then I realized that's just bad. It's a brick.
Yeah, more bricks. Same thing with the Mech Knight thing we just talked about. You're trying to minimize it.
It makes the better cards better, but it makes the deck more inconsistent.
Yeah.
I don't care for it.
And then the hand traps, the cards, Phantasme, Droll, Nibiru, all cards really good versus Spiral right now.
So
and I think we're both in agreement. Spiral's most likely the best deck.
I think it's gonna define the format.
Yeah, for sure.
Early on, just that one PPG it already showed.
Yeah, for sure. Insane. Yeah.
The Phantasmes I would never cut ever. Going dedicated second deck, getting a free body is a free +1.
It puts you so ahead.
It pretty much means I'm playing with 7 cards rather than 6, and that's just insane.
Yeah.
The Droll is specifically because it's
Spiral
amazing against Spiral,
yeah.
but it actually hits a lot of other decks. It's just like a Crossfire card, which is pretty good.
I think it hits almost everything.
Almost
now that
everything.
Everybody's trying to search after the Colossus
Ban.
Yeah, Colossus ban.
Exactly.
Everybody's hyped to search, so Droll and Logbird. And then the Nibiru. Nibiru's good. It's good.
Nibiru is good. But it's average. What the point of me playing Nibiru in the main is it slows down Spirals enough to where I can still use Doll Fusion and not have to worry about them having Trigate or any spell set with Griffin with Sleeper. You know what I mean? They don't want to have everything, which just makes it enough for me to play.
And then the Terraforming Meltdown and 3 Invocation because you're also playing Desires.
Everything is maxed out to the best point that I can play it at because of Desires.
And then the 3 Fusion, 3 Super Poly, 3 Instant.
Yeah, exactly. Everything fusion summons. There's five cards that can fusion in this deck, or 4. Let's see. So Super Poly, Instant. Yeah, there's 5 cards. Book of the Law counts as a fusion.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
That, I don't know. Not a lot of people know that. So
Okay, go over this. Does everybody play this card? I
feel like 80% of people do.
Okay. You like it?
Yeah. Even when I open it, it's okay. It's won me games, hard drawing it a bunch of times. And a bunch of times. And what's cool is Instant Fusion Raiden, Book of the Lost Summon Mechaba. The Mechaba stays forever now. Instead of me having to be Instant Fusion Raiden set itself, which I've had to do before. Book of the Law can dodge their disrupts and keep your disrupts. Tributing your Mechaba to summon a Kaliga. When they just use something to get rid of your monster. Now they're under the Kaliga. It's just crazy. It also helps OTKs. Fusioning in the battle phase is insane.
For sure. 2 Mind Control.
2 Mind Control is that's the only hit the deck took.
Not even a real hit. 3 to 2.
Yeah.
It's a good card. Mind Control is crazy
there's
card.
A lot of, with the extra deck that I play, there's a lot of smaller synergistic plays. Alistair goes Super Poly, outs any light, dark, wind, or fire monster. I play Mud Dragon so I can out most decks, at least 2 cards from most decks in the list, because actually Mud Dragon's an insane target right now. It also just helped to make Alistair easier, because when I played Starving Venom a lot of times, I'll lock myself into Dark Monsters, and you can't make Alistair with 2 Dark Monsters.
You don't play Starving?
Not anymore, no.
Yeah.
I don't think, not everything is
Is the extra deck super tight? Is that what it is? Let's just go through that real quick.
Sure. Let's look at the extra deck. So the 1000 is Instant Fusion target, another Instant Fusion target, but it's also a Super Poly target, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a good card.
Kaliga, Instant Fusion, Super Poly, or Invocation. There's 3 ways to summon it. That card's insane. Kaliga shuts down almost every deck at this point. Winda is the one of the best boss monsters. Raiden, You play that. The Purgatrio, only a one of.
Yeah, only one.
Only one of.
I see it 2, sometimes even 3.
Some people cut me slack for this card. You really don't need it. You play the Gizmek. You play the Mech Knights. You play Borosword.
It's also because like you're trying to fit all these other cards that you need to make space. Yeah,
exactly.
all these other power cards.
You just gotta be smart with your cards.
Yeah,
it's really
for
not
sure.
that hard of a concept.
Yeah.
I do play the Construct. I love this card.
It's cool to see this card in a deck.
You activate the Shaddoll Fusion going second. It's just an insane body. It also outs things by card effects. So if like there's something that can't be destroyed by battle, blah blah blah, whatever
Ding.
stupid card, ding.
Yeah.
It outs 2 materials on ding by itself.
Yeah.
And it outs Borosword. Because you can attack into Borosword, and if they it can pop it by card effect. Like, they can just do the defense mode thing.
Yeah, but they have to.
Yeah. They have to,
Cool. And then 2 Mecha Ball.
That's the best one. You gotta play 2 of them.
Yep. 1 Elysium.
Elysium makes. Alright, so Super Poly Instant Fusion outs an entire board of monsters.
Yeah.
You Instant Fusion any Invoked monster. Super Poly discard any bad card that you don't need, Gizmek, whatever, blah blah blah. And you use the monster you Instant Fusion and any of your extra deck monsters, summon Elysium. Elysium effect banish itself, banish your opponent's entire board.
This is a good card.
Yeah, it's insane.
This
You know what I
is
mean?
insane, yeah.
And, like,
I don't even see it in all Invoked decks.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Invoked decks
play
don't
it.
play
It's because you don't ever really make it turn 1. Like, you can make it later in the game with an invocation, but it also cuts off the invocation because you don't actually banish an Alistair with it.
Yeah.
So, like, that's the end of that invocation, most likely. Which is why, like, when I make that, I'm comfortable that that's going to win me the game. Or, like, it's like a worst case last ditch, I need this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
For sure. And then the Link monsters.
Almirage turns
only
on
5.
Alistair.
Almirage. Lost Sheep.
That card's nuts. Being able to summon back any of my Instant Fusion monsters, like, I summoned Thousand Eyes. I linked 2 into this.
And
I
then
summon Mecha.
yeah, more
Thousand
extenders.
Eyes comes back.
More extenders.
I
more
steal
extenders.
another monster.
Yeah,
Cool. Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah,
it's
good.
Nuts.
Then the Invoker of Madness.
So, everyone who's gonna play Invoke knows about this card, but a lot of people who don't play Invoke don't know that none of this is once per turn and nothing is cost. I don't.
Yeah,
discard
I
for
remember
cost.
the first time that happened to me when somebody activated this like 3 times.
I searched
It's
2
crazy, it's crazy.
invocations of Book of the Law. I'm discarding for effect, activating the beast that I hard drew because I always
Yeah,
draw
yeah.
a beast. Like, you know what I mean?
Nobody really like takes like full advantage of this effect. Honestly, this effect literally
It's
kills
insane.
people. It
It's
kills
insane.
people.
It's the whole point of my deck.
Yeah.
Is to break your board while simultaneously summoning that and then searching 5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the BLS Link.
You have to play this card. Think about it. You're playing Nib. You're playing Phantasma. You're playing
And
Mech Knights.
all
You're
these-
playing Gizmek.
everything up here. Yeah.
Everything. I'm playing so many high level. Like, why would I not play this monster? I
Yeah.
summon 1 giant level monster. My control Instant Fusion.
yeah.
It's it.
And
It's
then there's just decks that don't have an out to this card.
Exactly.
Yeah, you
You
just
buff
get
it-
you can
you
steal
buff
wins
it
with this card.
once
You can
and
steal
it's
wins
it.
with this card.
Mhm.
If your deck can make this card, you should probably play this card. And then
Sword.
Borosword Dragon.
Yeah, I need this.
Yeah.
I
You
need
made
this.
4 monsters. You try to go for game.
I need this.
This is
Yeah.
OTK deck anyway. So and then the side deck. Side deck's always changing, but right now, in preparation for Spiral.
So, Dark Ruler.
Yeah.
A lot of people have asked me why don't I main this card? It's good, blah blah blah. I want to OTK.
It can,
Nib
and
lets
you
me
can,
OTK.
yeah.
Now this versus Nib is funny because Nib turns off Shaddoll Fusion, but it lets me win the duel still in the same turn or like my next turn. Whereas Dark Ruler allows me to keep all of my Mech Knights, Shaddoll Fusion alive, Super Poly alive, but I actually still have to break your board.
Yeah.
So I would rather the card that is
Just prevents the
guaranteed to
board.
slow you down, prevent
Yeah.
the board, break the board, and it's a light
Yeah, yeah.
target. It makes Mechabo. It's a cool
Yeah,
card.
for sure.
Three Twister, you have to. This
Yep.
deck needs the back row
Would
removal.
you replace this for
Lightning
Lightning Storm,
Storms?
or would you play Twin and Lightning Storm?
I would probably find a way to play both. If
Yeah.
I have Lightning Storms, I would probably cut Twins down to 2 in space. I'd probably cut Twins to 2 and cut the Sphere modes if I had Lightning Storms.
And
That's
then
probably how I would do it.
and then the reboot and 3 evenly matched. Do you think your deck is weaker to trap decks?
Yeah. And like you have a lot of free side outs. Like
Yeah.
you free side out the Nibs, you
Yeah.
free side out the Shaddoll cards. Like that's 7 side outs right there. You probably get rid of the Phantasmes and like you can fit all these
Yeah,
cards.
the whole main deck was literally geared
Exactly.
for Spiral.
And you could fit all these cards,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like
And then for going first, Sanctum, Scythe.
yes.
Do you like it? I assume this is because you want to go first sometimes, or if they make you go first.
I pretty much if I win game 1, I side that.
Okay.
And-
Yeah, because that, most likely you see people see Invoked and they're gonna make them go.
I do, however, keep a decent amount of going second cards in for the
I think you kind of have
for
to
the
because
off
it's,
chance
yeah.
that my opponent's just greedy. If they're greedy and go for it and want to give me another shot at going second, I still want a lot.
And
of
like
my
you just
top
have a lot of
cards.
cards to take out. You can be taking out everything. So yeah, it's
Exactly,
fine. Like if
exactly.
you draw it, like it'll probably just win you the game. And then the last 2 cards, Sphere mode for Spiral mainly.
Yes, exactly. And like everyone's like, oh, the normal summon, you need Alistair, blah blah. Like,
Nah, there's ways,
with-
especially in this deck. Especially in this deck, there's a
fusion,
way. Yeah,
like, there's so many ways. You make any fusion monster, you discard the Alistair, you activate the invocation. You just gotta stop being bad. Like, you don't need your normal summon.
for
Like,
sure, for sure.
it
The
helps.
deck is very different from what it used to be. A lot of people still are playing like Alistair normal summon.
A lot of people are playing like 15 hand traps, Alistair with Mech Knight.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like that's cool. Like that'll get you there like a lot of times. But
Yeah.
this is just like fantastic.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
like,
This is
explosive.
actually just very high ceiling, honestly.
explosive.
So many. It's because of look, Super Poly, Shadow Fusion, Instant Fusion. All these cards are blowout cards, and then all these hand traps. These hand traps are all like the
all
Droll
geared,
Nib.
yeah.
Yeah, Droll Nibiru are crazy.
You know, I think Salad's a good deck right now, which is actually kind of surprising. The Stallion hit wasn't that big. Nib still kills them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Droll also hurt Salad. Now they got 3 debug back. So
Droll
hits
hits literally everything in the
Exactly,
almost
exactly.
everything right
It hits-
now.
Both of them hit Spiral. You know what I mean? And then like I don't know what's left of Striker, so I'm not really going to talk about
Yeah.
that. But Droll does hit Striker. You know
We
what I
really
mean?
don't know. It's undefined
Exactly,
right now.
undefined
But I
card,
think
so.
with it being an undefined format, it's a good time to pick up all these different decks and do things like Invoke. It's
I think Invoke's
gonna work out,
undefined
yeah.
formats, absolutely.
yeah. Do you think? What's your thoughts on like how strong the deck is? Do you think it's a contender?
I
Or
think
do you think
it's
it'll see
definitely
play?
within the top 5 decks right now. I do.
Okay,
I
so you
honestly
feel good
believe that.
about it.
I feel like this is one of the.
I know you
strongest-
love this deck,
I
so
know.
there's a little bias.
bit of bias.
There's a little
bit of
bias here, but I know
But I do
you
feel
have a
like-
lot of success with
I
this
do
deck.
feel like this is gonna be one of the strong, more rogue contenders. I feel like it's 1.5.
Tier
I feel
1.5.
like
That's
The best part about this deck is you can gear it towards the best deck. And the cards are already enough to win duels that, like, if you can just make this to impair the decks you're going to play against,
Yeah.
you win duels.
Yeah. And
Open-
now we have so many new like cards that we never had before, like Nibiru,
Dark War.
Yeah,
Like,
those-
what
these
do I
cards-
have to be
Yeah, going
afraid
second,
of?
going second decks are
They're
gonna
up
be
right now.
yeah,
They're up
they're
right now.
definitely up right now.
I just got Lightning Storm, bro. I don't even have. I
Yeah,
don't even have
Lightning
that
Storm
card
definitely
yet.
in here
Yeah.
for sure. Guys, let us know what you guys have to say about all this Invoke theory with Andrew here.
Thanks for having me on the channel, bro.
Yeah, anytime. We're definitely gonna do way more of this content.
Absolutely,
Just
absolutely.
go through theory with different decks. Let us know what you guys want to see.